I know I haven't uploaded in a while, and I just really haven't had the motivation, or I don't know, I just found there wasn't really much to upload, so yeah. But I finally found something that I think you guys will enjoy. So I've been putting in, as you can see, I already have full garage here in Need for Speed. Um, I put in like a good solid like few days into this, and I'm already like I just really love this game. If you watched any of my videos before on my channel, I did Need for Speed, or not Need for Speed. This is Need for Speed, The Crew, and I don't know. I just found that this game is just way more better than The Crew, and so far I've been loving it. And I'm done 41% of the game, so it's not bad. And I've been, I guess, kind of gaming out at it. So, but yeah, this car, the Subaru, well, most of my cars I've been basing off of Paul Walker. Like you can see the one on the end that I'm on. And the Supra, Subaru here. I've been kind of doing like a sorry for my cough, a little Paul Walker sort of theme. Um, but yeah, and you'll notice throughout the video, while I'm driving, that it'll say on the back, it'll say "Rip Paul." So yeah, I'm kind of going through that sort of phase. Um, I've also been asked by one of my buddies to make a video because he wanted to see, he doesn't quite have the game yet, and he wants to see the customization, so, of the Dodge Challenger, so, because it's kind of his favorite car. And if you're wondering why this car's in here, you're like, dude, that has nothing to do with Fast and Furious. Well, I know. You get it throughout the story because there's just one guy, and he's like, he made a really good, apparently it's a really good car. Um, I don't see it as any better than my cars though, because I can keep up to it, no problem. I've actually beat the one girl named Amy in a race with it, or like against it, and then beat her with it. Um, I don't know if it was more of a drifting tuning car, I think it would have been better, but I don't know. I don't know if later on you can like sell it or customize it, but right now you can't. So I think it'll like pop up later on in the story. So yeah, we'll see. Anyways, I'll get right to it and customize the Dodge Challenger. Um, there's actually a lot you can do in this game. Like I find there's a lot more than the Crew. Because in the Crew, like it felt like forever to customize a car. Like if you noticed, I was using the Dodge Challenger. I didn't even switch my car. Like I don't know. I just got like, and I find a massive comparison of why I would prefer to get Need for Speed over the Crew is because in the Crew they make you pay like an extra $20 for Wild Run if you don't have it to be able to play online and make a crew with your buddies, which I found was really stupid, and I didn't know that until one day I tried with one of my friends. So yeah, but this game is very fun to play, no lie. There's just so much to do. But as you can see here, you just go like right through like the community, like what the community's made. It's actually really awesome. I like to do it a lot instead of just customizing myself. I find if I lose like inspiration in um people's raps here, I'll probably end up customizing a little bit more. This is the one I have currently downloaded. Just because like the other ones, I don't know. I don't know. The Dodge Challenger is not my favorite car for paint customization because like I don't know. Maybe it's just because like I'm not the like biggest fan of it, but yeah, I don't know. I'm more of like a spoiler kind of card guy. Like like if you see the um like the Subaru or the Evo or the Supra, you can just tell right there. Doesn't mean I don't like muscle cars though. I don't know. It's just more about the Mustang. If I'm a muscle car kind of guy. But yeah. But if like as you can see, there's so many. Like, and it keeps going. Like I can go like completely down, and it just keeps going, which is pretty sweet. Like I love how they added this in compared to the crew, like where you gotta like you can barely do any paint customization. Like in this, you can do right off the bat. And to get one of these, it is absolutely free. Like you can just all you gotta do is hit X, and then there you go. It's all yours, which is really sweet. And some people really take the time to design a few, so I find it's kind of cool. But yeah, like look at that. Looks pretty sweet, eh? Yeah, some people just really go into it, into their customization. I might try to recreate a few cars and such later on, but I don't know. Right now, I'm loving what people are able to do. Just download it for free. I'm pretty sure if you customize too, I've never really tried it myself, but I'm pretty sure it's free if you just if you customize yourself. So it's not really a big deal. You can customize yourself, but clearly what people are doing is like pretty sweet. So I don't know. But yeah. So I find that's really cool. That's what I did with my Supra, my Supra. I'm thinking the Supra and the Subaru at the same time. But the Subaru, that's what I did. I just cause when you go into that, it'll have like the trending, right? As you've seen. And, usually it'll have like somebody will have made one of the Fast and Furious customizations, like paints for that car. So then you just add it on, and it's really sweet. Love how that's a thing. For visual customization, there's actually quite a bit. I don't have everything unlocked, so I won't be able to show you at all. But like this is what you can have for your hood, which is I think is pretty sweet. It'd be cool though if they could have like the bug intake thing. Like if you ever play GTA 5, if they had that, I think that'd be really awesome. No lie. See, like I don't have my front bumper. There's certain cars where you have certain stuff. You can customize your suspension. I think you gotta buy for that though. Headlights. I actually have not did headlights yet. That's one thing I've been yet to do. There's a lot of customization I find, or just a lot of good customization. Even if it's like some things are kind of limited, like I don't have a body kit for this car. That sucks. But like even with this stuff, you can just unlock it. It's really easy, or you go around finding parts. But yeah, there's so much customization, and even if some parts are really limited, like the things that are there are what usually you're looking for. Like honestly, like going through all the there's so many rims. Like you go, this is when I go to the left, and that's not even at all. I can go back and go through all the rims like going to the right, and like there's just so many. Like honestly, if you can't find the wheels you're looking for, like I don't know what you're looking for, because you're gonna find it. Because I know me trying to recreate the Fast and Furious cars, like I found whatever I needed, and they're like completely identical, which is really sweet. I have so many of them. These are the really more expensive ones, kind of rims, but like honestly, the ones I go for, and not because those are really expensive, just because it's like they're really nice and like they're just as good as the really expensive ones. I go for ones like kind of like around in here, cause like look at how nice they are for not even much. Like honestly, and in one race, I forget what the easy race gets you, but I know medium race you get $7,000 like in one race. And then in the hard race you get 12,000. So like honestly, money adds up like really fast in this game, and everything's not that like much, I find, which is really awesome. Like the most expensive car is like 240 grand, I believe, or something like that, which is pretty sweet. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. And then you can like change like the color. Look at that, it's kind of sweet. No, I don't want to get out, but I do want to get out of this. Yes. Oh, okay. I thought it like kicked me completely out. You can change the tire size. I don't usually do that because it doesn't really affect you. But like, I don't know. I would maybe, depending on the car, I guess. Oh, and tires. I don't know. They don't have like. I thought they'd have more like name brand. Like I don't know. Like I don't know why the lettering. Like for you, like so you can see, like Speed Hunters, like right there. Like that's so thick. I don't know. I don't really like that. That's why I don't. If you look at any of my cars, they're probably not gonna have them. Like unless I'm just making some random car, like they probably won't have um any like specific tire. These are usually stay the same for like each car. The mirrors. I just checked on my last car because that's when I unlocked mirrors, and they usually stay the same. I don't see the difference between these two. They're like the same thing. I don't know why they'd have two of the same thing. And then the same for the rear wheels as the front wheels, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, you have like extensions here, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, see, I still don't have taillights. I want that. Oh, I don't know what this is actually. Exhaust tips. There's a few, and honestly, they're the ones you'd be looking for when you customize a car. Like, they're not like absolutely crazy, but like, when I customize a car, I don't really like crazy. So, I don't know. I like legitimate looking stuff, so I don't know. And the spoilers, you can get some decent spoilers, I find. Sometimes they're not the exact spoiler that you'll be looking for. Say if you're recreating a Fast and Furious car, like I know the one on my Supra is not the exact one. We already looked at that. But yeah, I know it's not the exact one. But honestly, like it's pretty close, like which is pretty sweet. Plus they come up with updates. There was a Hot Rod update a few days ago, like 2 days ago. Actually, it was probably like a day ago or something. But it wasn't that long ago, and I'll show you what they look like. I'll show you all the cars. I'll go through the car list of how many cars they have. I think it's a good amount, and the cars they have are really sweet, so it's like they could add more. But I don't know. I find they're pretty sweet as it is. But I'd say that's about it for the Challenger. One of these times I'm gonna probably sell it for right now because I plan on getting the Nissan Skyline to like Paul Walker's the recreation of the silver and blue one. So I'll probably get that next. Or I was thinking either that or the GTR, which I think would be really sweet. So I don't know. The cars I have right now are actually really sweet and they can go pretty fast. Except for the Dodge Challenger because I was just more showing what it'd look like more than anything. So yeah. Oh, I'll go through it a little more, I guess. Just kind of show you what it's about. So you can make your car a drift car or a grip car. Cause like honestly, it makes you a lot faster, in my opinion, if you make it a little bit more drift. So like, yeah, okay. So if you put it to like there, you don't want to put it like all the way, but if I usually have a tendency of putting it to like there. And it's so sweet. When you turn corners, it's no problem in drifting, and it's just like really fun. Instead of like having it where it's like a grip car and it can't drift. So, and of course, who doesn't want to drift? It's pretty sweet. It's a big thing about this game that I love. For this, honestly, customization is pretty cheap. Doesn't even take that long. I know my Subaru was like it went from 0 to 60 in like 5 seconds. Now I'm down to like 2.7 seconds, I think, which is pretty sweet. And say for this, like honestly, you could probably get this down to around 2 seconds. And the top speed could honestly go past 200, no problem. Like, because honestly, you go through all this, like look at that. That's just for like all like $2,000, honestly, and that's everything. Besides besides this, besides the forced induction, those it's like honestly $10,000. That's not even that expensive. Like it seems like a lot when you hear about like how much the races are, like how much you get out of it. But each race is like 3 minutes long. If you honestly just play through the story, like which I've been doing, which I'm at 41% now, um, like you can get a lot. Like when I started this game, like I'm like, you start out with kind of like a bad car, but if you just do decent in a few races, you can buy yourself a good car. You sell the car you start with, and then you just upgrade. And that my second car was actually the Supra. Um, and yeah, I've just been like crushing since. I bought a few other cars just because like sometimes I want to change it up, in races instead of just using one car, you just change it up a little bit. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can upgrade. Honestly, you can get down to 2 seconds, no problem in this car. Easily top speed over 200, because I know my cars that I have upgraded right now are over 200, like all of them. So it's pretty sweet. Um, yeah, and those are pretty like low cars. Like those cost pretty cheap. You can upgrade for pretty cheap, and win a lot of races actually. Um, Even like saving up for like the really expensive cars. Like I've been so tempted just to save up and just get like the Aventador, because Lamborghini Aventador, because it's the best car in the game, hands down. I was looking at the stats for it, and it's just like even upgrading it, that would even make it better, right? So I'm pretty tempted just to kind of save up for that and then have that. Just if I want to kick my friend's ass in a race or something, then there you go, right? So, and it's honestly really cheap. I'll show you the most expensive car. It's like pretty cheap, no lie. Like to get to 100 grand, I could play not even I doubt an hour and get 100 grand. So yeah, I don't know what rep has to do with in this game, but reps easy to get to. You get like one hard race, you get like 20 something grand, which is pretty good. I'm at I think 1.5 million rep. I've only played this for not that long, so yeah. Oh yeah, and Nos is in this game. Um, Personally, I got this one to start out, but like may as well. Like you don't even need the 15 pound capacity. Honestly, if you go for the 10, that's even like like good enough. Um, One thing, if you have the game and you didn't know, um, because I almost bought the wrong um NOS system. So if I buy the action one, I can only regain my NOS if by drifting, um, by getting a few near misses, being in the oncoming lane, getting air, like so hitting a jump or something, or slipstreaming someone. Honestly, personally, I don't want that. I want to just like have to wait until I can get it, because it goes like right back, like as soon as you get it. And for the races, most of the time though, you don't really need NOS. You just need a decent car. The only time I NOS usually is when I'm on a straight road, just so I can punch it and be going like my max speed. Um, and then no problem beat my opponent. But yeah, you don't even. It's not a massive need, but it's kind of cool to have, right? Because like NOS, who doesn't want NOS? These tires. I've noticed that like you use it for what you have. So like me, um, on my Subaru, I bought the Plus Drift because I want to make it like a basic like drift car, right? So yeah, and you can go like down, and you can have it for grip, drifting. Yeah, it's just drifting and grip. But yeah, as you can see, I can unlock this at 33. I'm only at level 31, I think, right now. 31 or 32 or something like that. But even leveling up, like I was level, I can't even remember. I think it was like level 5, and I just shot up to like 31. I think I'm 31. But yeah, I just shot up. Like it's not even a problem to unlock stuff. It's not like a massive deal. But some you unlock by doing certain missions. So like right now, well most of them it's just by doing Amy missions. Um, but yeah, that's why I started out just like completely doing the Amy missions. Then I realized like you don't always just like unlock it right away. So I've been doing a few other people's missions like Spike, Manu, I forget the other chick's name. I think it's like Brooke. No, that's probably wrong. I don't know. But I'll let you see. All right. What should I use? Let's use my new car. I haven't got to use it yet. Yet I'm like, the driving's pretty smooth, but I'm still not the best driver, so don't hate. Yeah, I'll take 17. But I think I bought it for what, 27 though? Oh well. No worries. I can get that back in like 2 races. Um, oh yeah, now I can show you the cars. So these are the cars you just don't want. Unless you're just jokes and like, then maybe, but no. Like the first few cars are jokes, but like starting like here, it starts to get better. Like as you can see, like look at that, 20,000. Like that's only like 3 races I had to do. Well, that's I guess if I won. But you still get money if you lose. And it will give you the option to replay it afterwards, but it'll just show, say Amy, she's a builder, like not like a construction builder, but she builds cars, right? So it'll show, it's like purple and it has like a wrench, and it'll pop up and it'll have like a little check mark, but until you win in first place, it'll continue to be like that. And then once you win, it'll just show up as like a regular race, and then that you've completed it. But yeah, and you can continuously go back and still be getting like a lot of rep for races or even money. Like you could repeat races, but I personally would just go through the storyline because it's just better off. And the races aren't that bad. There's a few races that like get kind of irritating, but you're able to beat them. That's one of the hot rods they added. I think they only added 2 hot rods from what I've seen, but that's one of the hot rods. That's pretty sweet. I don't know if I'd personally get it, because this is a racing game. I don't want to see like, in a way, hot rods. Even though it is really cool, I'd love to see people driving that around. I just personally wouldn't buy it. Yeah. So this is Dodge Challenger. As you see, it's 27. Only about one more medium race than what the Supra was. But you could get this like even really early on, like not even when you're in the medium races. Like you could still be doing the easy races and like no problem winning races. And then get this. I guess plus customization, but all you really need is like 30,000, I would say, in customization money. And then you're set, and then your car is like a complete beast. Um, yeah, I'm not a fan of like these type of cars, but it's more like when you get up. I'd buy that because Paul Walker having the blue one. I think it's that car. It might look. It looks kind of a little different, but I think that's it right there. But he had it in Fast and Furious 6, I believe. I believe the one. I know it was the one where it had the tank. So yeah, it was 6. But I don't know, cause of like how many great cars there are. I don't know if I buy it. Um, they have a few Skylines as you can see, but the later ones are better in my opinion. There's the Evo. See, I bought that for 35. Well, I guess like 36, but still, it's really cheap. Like honestly, to get everything. Um, I didn't get the deluxe edition. And if you get the deluxe, you can get like a free, or not free, I guess, because you're paying for it. But you can get a BMW to start out with, which is pretty decent. But like honestly, later on in the game, I wouldn't use it. So that's why I didn't get deluxe, because I'm like, hey, it's pretty decent to like get money. So like I didn't see the point why. There's the car that I'm gonna be using, the Subaru. Yeah, as you see, that's not that bad. Like all the cars I have, if you add that all together, that's over like 100 grand already just on the 3 cars. So, yeah. Here's where the cars start to get like pretty sweet. No lie. Like that's what I might get next. Maybe. There's another one, the GTR, that I might get though. Like not this one though, but that's pretty sweet too. I was debating about getting that, but I don't know. Maybe not yet, but I definitely will eventually. Um, what else? Ford Mustang's not that bad. Everybody hates on Ford, but like honestly, if someone was to hand me out a Ford Mustang, I'd definitely take it. Like who wouldn't take it? Like it actually looks really nice. No lie. Oh, and I might recreate that to the actual Need for Speed movie, cause that movie is pretty sweet. Do it for Pete, dude. Like do it for Pete. If you haven't watched it, I suggest you go watch it. It's like just as good as Need for Speed. Or I said Need for Speed, really? Fast and Furious. It's just as good as it. So, even maybe a little better. It's more racing. I find Fast and Furious is more about like action. More like I want it to be more about racing. Cause that's why I love the early on Fast and Furious movies. Cause it was a little bit more about racing. Now it's just more like taking on assassins and stuff and trying to take them down because they're gonna hurt your family or you know, which is more about racing. But yeah. Eventually I might make the Camaro into like a Bumblebee because I think that'd be pretty sweet. Um, yeah, this is the GTR I was talking about that I might get and recreate. It starts off with some pretty good stats as you can see. Almost starts at 200 miles an hour right off the bat. Plus upgrading it, so that'd be really fast. Um, and even it's like 0 to 60 speed, like that right there starting out is really good. So that'd be pretty sweet. Oh, I can make the Dodge Viper. Yeah, I'd maybe do that too. I'd make the Dominic Toretto, Dodge Viper from I think it was just the Fast and the Furious. I think so. It was one of the first ones. I think it was the first one. Yeah. And then the Porsches. I don't like, personally, I don't like Porsches. I don't know. I used to. Not now, though. Ferrari's pretty nice. See, this is where you start getting into more expensive cars, but yet they're still not that expensive, to be honest. Like, if you just save up, you're fine. Like, if you just win races, you're good. Then you get to it, no problem. But yeah, this is where you get into the Lamborghinis. McLaren, that's pretty nice too. It looks like the I forget like what it's called, and it looks like kind of like a mix of the Turismo R and it was that new car from the update in GTA. I forget what it's called. Watch me remember later, probably. It's just how it goes. But this is the best car, hands down. Looking at it. I forget what other car was like kind of close in comparison. I think it was this one. It was something, I think so. But the Aventador personally looks the best, in my opinion. Because, like, oh, sure, that one has a spoiler, but, like, you can always add a spoiler, right? So, that's not really a problem. Yeah, I'd say this is hands down best car. Even upgrading it, I wonder what it'd be like. That's why I kind of want to get it. I want to see, like, how fast you can really make the car. Because that'd be pretty sweet. And now we're at the end of the cars. This was the other hot rod they added. I don't know. It's not better than the Lamborghinis, but it is pretty good. I've not yet seen anyone drive it. Actually, it's not that like common to see anybody really driving in a Lamborghini. Like you more see them driving in cars that I've been driving in more than anything. Like, there is a few people like not gonna like. I'm not saying that nobody drives a Lamborghini in this game, but a lot of people don't. Like, you think it'd just be everybody that just plays this game all the time, ripping in Lamborghinis, but no. It's really not. But yeah, I might save up for the Aventador. I don't know. I don't know, though. Like, I kind of want the GTR. I know, it makes me want, like, a few other cars, but we'll see. So I guess I'll show you some gameplay. So yeah, don't hate on my driving, cause I mean I'm still not the best, but yeah. I guess we'll see. See how it goes. I took out the music. The music is really good. I thought I'd just let you guys know, because I took out the music because of copyright issues. Just to make sure. Because I know in other games it has been a problem. So, yeah. Oh, of course there's a lot of people I find that sit like right outside. I'll turn it down for you guys. So yeah, as you can see, I put the rest in peace Paul. For Paul Walker. Which is pretty, which I like. See, I'm still not the best driver, but honestly, like, you get kind of used to it. Like, before, I couldn't drift. Like, I couldn't grasp it, but the drifting's actually really smooth in this, and just driving, oh, it's bad. If I want to get really silent, is the best when I drive. Or just, in general, playing any game, I can just get better just by being silent. And when you go around, there's, like, a lot of things you can do. Like, see this picture. Or you can go around finding parts, which will help you for customization. So say if you don't have headlights, you can go around there's 24, I believe, parts around the city, and then you can like use them towards your car. which is pretty good. I still have to get used to this car. This is actually like the first gameplay of me using this car. So we'll see. Yeah. This is my rep. I'm at level 32. I didn't know that. Thought I was at 31. But yeah, there's so many things to do. Like, look at all these missions on the right side here. Like, there's so much to do. Honestly, I yet to have got bored of this game. So I don't know. Personally, I love it. I think it's better than The Crew, hands down. And yeah. And I like how you don't have to buy an extra like content just to be able to play online with your friends. Yeah. So this is what I was talking about. You see how Amy has the wrench, right? Well, I came in second in this race because I got completely chinsed out and she hit me to the side, making it so that I came in second. And then I had to like catch up, and that's what forced second. So it'll just have like a little check mark, and for the ones you beat, say it'd be like this one. So I've beat a Legends Wheels. So yeah, it'll just show up that you've like kind of beat it. It's a lot of races I beat, but honestly, they're not that long. The races, some are longer than others, but like they're not too long, and they're not that bad. One thing I find this game is kind of annoying for is the rubber band effect. It's where, say if you really are like kicking someone's ass, right? Like a computer, they'll randomly just start catching speed and driving like to your speed. Yet you have a way better car than them. It'll like pull you guys together and make it like I guess they try to make it a better race in a way, but I don't know if I like that. To be honest, I like if I'm kicking somebody's ass, I want to be kicking somebody's ass. I don't want them to just like, be able to like come back. For the other way around, it sometimes works. So say if you're losing a race, sometimes it'll work that you can come back into the race and end up winning. It's only sometimes though, it depends. Yeah, it just really honestly depends on the race. Some cars are like really bad, I find they drive in, and somehow they're like really fast, which kind of sucks, but yeah. What do I have going down? I would show you guys a cutscene to meet some of the characters, but I don't believe I have one currently. Let's just do a Robin one. I'm pretty close, anyways. Oh, that doesn't break? Oh, that's weird. And as you can see at the top, like, you gain rep pretty fast. You'll see my rep, like, go up pretty increasingly fast. Which is pretty sweet. I'm still getting used to this car. As I said though, I'm not the best driver. I definitely want to get better though. To the point of where I'm not crashing really. Oh, this is one thing I don't like. You gotta be like specifically kind of like lined up for the race. This is kind of annoying, but I don't know. Maybe it's better that way. Oh, and you can also have a crew join into like one race. So say before I started that race, I could have a crew join me, or just invite people to the race and they race against me, or, well, yeah, against me. When I started out, my friend was like way better than me because he started out way before me, so it made it like really hard. It made the computer, like, well, as I said with the rubber banding effect, it made it so so that it would pull that person like to his speed, and then I'd be like really slow, which really sucked. So so honestly, he just like helped me out to start out and to win a few races to get my car better, and yeah. So maybe like I find it does help to have a crew. But even if you're alone, like this game is really fun. Like you don't need to have people playing with you all the time to make this game fun. Like this game just in general is fun as it is, which I like. Oh, this race is already done. Damn. So as you can see, the races aren't that bad. Like I was a minute 30 seconds, get $7,000, right? And usually whoever you do the race with, yeah, will give you another race to do like right after, and they're pretty close together, I find. And yeah, just do that. Oh, that was a cop, wasn't it? I'm supposed to do like this, like kind of like racing. I won't do that now. We're not racing. I'm supposed to break through two roadblocks. At first I didn't know like how to do it. Like you need to have like a really high police like wanted level per se. Oh, that's what I love about this game too. Before I forget, cops are really easy to lose. Like as you just seen, I lost a cop with like honestly no effort. Like if you need cops, they're really hard to get, which is kind of annoying. And at points in time, like for these like barrier stuff, or the not barriers, the roadblocks, to break through the two roadblocks. It's like really hard to find them, which is very irritating. So here's a part. I got 10 out of 24. But yeah, it's really hard to like to get the cops, I find, in this game, and to lose them is like honestly like really easy. Like sometimes in a like police chase, you'll be driving like way faster than they are. So if you need to keep them on you because you need to like reach a certain like wanted level or something for like a mission, like I find the only ones you really need cops is for when like the outlaw one. I'm on my second or third mission of outlaw, and that's the only one you really need cops for. Cops again? Wow, I've never had this much cops. No lie. Look at this, honestly. Well, I'll let them catch up to me. Watch me just gun it. Watch this, I'll lose them no problem. I shouldn't even use NOS, just to show you like how easy it really actually is. Oh, me and my bad driving. I'm a bad example. I try to explain something, and then it just doesn't work out. Oh, was I losing cops there? I think I was. See, this is me not using NOS, right? But watch this. They'll lose, like I can lose them, no problem. This is, oh man, me and my bad driving. Usually I'm a little bit better than this. See, like I'm already losing cops. Like look at that. Look at how easy that was. Wait, who's on me? What? What? Well, there was no cops on me. There was there? What? I don't know. But it's like really effortless to lose cops. Like sometimes you're just trying to keep the cops on you, and then they're so bad that you just lose them, and you're like, oh my god. So then you gotta go find a cop and then try to get it back. Then get your wanted level up. Just about to, like, say for these roadblocks, like I gotta, like whenever I choose to do it, like I need to go out and try to find a cop. which is honestly like really difficult in this game. Like, I thought it'd be like where oh, and gas stations are like in Rivals where you can like just fix your car. But I thought like the cops. Oh my gosh! Wow, this is the most I've honestly seen cops in this game. I'm not even speeding. What are you gonna pull me over for? No lie though, this is the most I've seen cops in this game. I guess it's kind of like I'm trying to like set an example that like that there's no cops in this game, but like honestly they're just showing up everywhere right now, which is kind of dumb because they're trying to set an example. Like, look at that, I already lost the cops. Like, that's how effortless it really is. Just when you're just averagely driving. That's just what it's like. Which is kind of funny, actually. But yeah. This game, honestly, I'm not even bored of it. I've played it. I started to play it a lot. See, here's an invite from online players. See, so I don't know these people at all, but I could play if I accepted it. Right now I won't, just to kind of show you some gameplay. Maybe I will do one or two later, but for right now, no. But this game is, like, very, very fun. Patrick Star. What should I do next? I'll do another race while I commentate on this game. Should I do a hard one? I'll save that one for later, because those are the ones I feel like I need to be focused for. Let's do the Manu one maybe. I think it's just I gotta get to time attack or something. But no lie, like this game, I've yet to get bored of it. A few times I've left to go play NBA, but not because I was bored necessarily, just because like the only reason that's bad. The only reason why I went off this was because my friends really wanted me to play NBA, so I'm like, okay, why not? But honestly, this game is definitely worth the money. When I got it on sale on PlayStation Store for $31, I think, and sometimes it's a little bit cheaper than that. But I didn't know if it was going to be a good game or not. Like when you damn, I don't know how I crashed there because I lightly tapped to the side. But usually sometimes it's a little cheaper. I know the one time I looked at it, it was like on for like 26, which is pretty sweet. But looking at the trailers, like you can't really tell if this is a good game or not. I found that was the problem. Why I didn't get this game at first, because that's why I got the Crew. Because I was debating if I was going to get this or if I was going to get the Crew, because I had enough money for only one at the time. So then I got the Crew, and it's not nearly as great as this game. Sure, the map's really big and all, which is cool, and you get to drive a lot, but I don't know. It just seems like really that they spent too much time into like the layout, like the map layout of it. Oh, that was the race right there. Rather than the. I need better brakes. That's sad. I'll just turn around. I found in the Crew though, they definitely focused on the map layout of it rather than trying to make it like a good customized customization sort of game, which was definitely like a problem. Like to get parts in that game, it was bad because I didn't have anything, so yeah, like it was just bad. And to get cars, there was only like 4 or 5 cars. Like compared to this game, that's absolutely nothing. Like when you can play this game where the cars are that was almost a nice drift. See, and that occasionally happens, which I don't like. When you enter a race, online players still show up on the map. So honestly, you can crash into anyone at like any point in time, which is kind of irritating. But this is what I mean by my bad driving, when I'm not focused. But yeah, this game is just a lot better. Like, if you don't have the game yet and you're watching this, I suggest you get it. It's a lot of fun. Even if you don't have anyone really to play with, if you just love cars, like, you're gonna love this game, hands down. Customize. What am I doing? Oh, I didn't know where I was going. Customization is like phenomenal. Yeah, there's just so much. Like, it doesn't look. Here, I'm gonna restart this race. I am not even paying attention. But like, I don't know what I was gonna say. Oh, the customization. It doesn't look like a lot. That's what I thought at first. It doesn't look like they added a whole lot of customization, but once you get into building your car and making your build, honestly, it is a lot. Like, I thought this car wouldn't look as great as it does to me right now, like compared to the Fast and Furious Paul Walker car. Like, I didn't think it'd be anywhere kind of close to what it looks like in the game, or in the movie. But it is. It's just phenomenal. Holy crap! I have like focus. You know, bad driving. The driving is really smooth though. I'm just a bad like example of the driving. Usually I drive better than this, but it's because I'm not like just silent. When I'm silent, I'm phenomenal. I find at games. It's not even just like this game. Like, I just find once I'm more thinking about it, I just play better. Oh, see, like, I'm crashing into everything. That's such a bad example of this game. I don't know if I'll make. Yeah, I should be able to beat the time still, anyways. That was pretty sweet, no lie. That was pretty cool. I may get silent throughout the stream, only because in races, I want to do really good. One moment. Alright. I should be able to make it in the time. My driving is pretty bad though. This race. Usually it's better, like no lie. The driving is really smooth. See, there we go. See, now I get $12,000 just from that one race, which was pretty basic, but I'm just bad driving right now. And I still beat it, even though I was driving pretty poorly. Like, most times if you're driving, like, really great, you completely excel. Like, sometimes you'll have, say, a drift race, which there's a lot of drift races, and, yeah. So, it'll say you get, like, 30 30,000 in score. And my average score, usually I'd get like 70 when they tell you to like get 30, which is pretty sweet. Well, I guess it depends on the track in a way. Some tracks, I found there was this one I just couldn't beat for the life of me because it was not a drift track. Like, it was really bad. It was actually pretty sad to watch. I should use a different car, no lie. Or just get better. But it depends on the track in a way. Like, the drifting is really fun. Like, sometimes even just driving around I find really fun. Like, not even just the races. Like, if you just want to drive around just aimlessly, it's still pretty fun. See, this isn't even like a completely great car, and I'm just killing it. Like, I'm just going really fast. I want to set like a good example of the drifting, in a way. Am I allowed to do it? Am I allowed to do this one? Oh, I am. Okay. I don't know if I was. I should use one of my other cars. Let's see. I think I need to just change up the drifting and make this more of a drift car, in my opinion. Jump to the garage. See, usually I like to drive to the garage, but like in this point in time, just cause like I'm switching cars, I'm gonna like just jump to the garage. What should I use? Let's use my Supra. I actually haven't used that in a little bit because I've been using my Evo. I find I'll do that a lot, probably. Like, just switch up vehicles, like, all the time. That's why I like to have a few different vehicles instead of, like, because for the longest time I just had the Supra. And I wasn't getting bored of the car, necessarily. Just, you know, sometimes you want to try something else. You want to see if the car's better or what, you know? But, I don't know. I find all the cars are pretty decent. Pretty freaking decent. Alright. Where should I head? That one I was having struggles with. I might do that once I end the stream. So I can, like, be, like, really, really focused. Is that a drift one? Yeah, I think so. I think that's a drift. Yeah, it's a drift one. So I'll show you how sweet it really is. Like, the drifting is really fun. Like, it's a great part of this game. Also, turn that off. See, I don't pay attention when I'm talking. That's why I'm better when I don't talk, because I pay, like, a lot more attention to what I'm supposed to be doing, necessarily, or, like, where I'm turning. And, yeah, I'm just better. That's every game. Like, even, say, when I had my... Well, I still have my PS3, but, like, when I play it, I'm, like, a lot better. Say, if I play Call of Duty, I can go, like, easily 33 or something, like, you know, in the 30s, and like, 5 or 6 or 7, you know? Like, nothing really above 10. Like, there'll be games where I will, but, like, I go, like, positive, like, naturally every game if I'm silent, so. And then, for the leaderboard, I go, like, top 3, so. You guys play better when I'm silent. I don't know why. Even some people will question, like, why I'm not talking in, say, NBA. Some of my friends will be like, wait, why isn't he talking? It's like, because sometimes I'm just trying to get, like, really focused and just really trying to get the win. And, yeah. So, sometimes if I'm doing a stream and I'm not talking, that's probably why. See, I'm not focused. Whatever, we'll just take this route. It's all good. This car goes really fast. Like, average speed that I can drive at is like 150. 100. But I find it's better to not necessarily have the fastest car. That's why, in a way, I wouldn't want the Aventador. Because with all the tight turns, if you're going way too, see, like, look at this. If you're going way too fast, I thought it popped out of light. If you're going way too fast, like, you're not gonna be able to control your car. And if you can't control your car, you know, you're just gonna wipe out, get frustrated. I get cops for not doing anything wrong. Now I'll do something wrong just cause. Isn't this where I'm supposed to go? Oh, leave me alone. Another cop? Oh, I thought he... Wow, he didn't even come after me. Oh, I didn't. Watch this. Juke. I wasn't even that good of a juke. Usually you can just honestly spin around and then they're like so stunned that they don't turn around and then you just get away. I'm setting such a bad example of the driving, how smooth it is. I just need to be like really focused and then I drive a lot better. This game's really smooth for the driving. There we go. One thing I don't like about the cops though, sometimes you think you lost them, like no lie, and then they'll honestly come out of nowhere. That cop should have seen me. Is he blind? Or what? Oh, is he coming after me? I don't know. Okay, whatever. I probably shouldn't drive right by the cop station. See, I'm setting such a bad example for like how limited the cops are in this game. Like, I don't get cops when I'm not streaming. Like, it's actually pretty sad. Like, to get cops, I don't even, like, I try to, like, do bad stuff just to get cops, but then yet you don't. Like, I try to cause, like, a lot of destruction. And no cop shows up. They're like, eh, whatever. It's all good. But then the one time I say that losing cops and getting cops, like, doesn't happen. I mean, losing cops, you can lose cops, no problem. But like getting cops, like being like really hard. The one time I say that, I get cops like all the time. It's just how I guess it works out for me sometimes. What? Oh yeah, I was gonna do the drift race. Just kind of show you guys how smooth I think the drifting is. Another cop. See, what is this? This is crazy. I'm pretty sure it's like, it might be because I have to do that mission, so no, I don't know though. That's weird. That is very weird. At least it's fairly easy to lose cops. See, it should be able to, like, where you'd honestly just drive up to it, I think. And it should, like, start you there. Like, instead of having to be facing a certain way, like, I think it should just turn you around. And then you start it, or something. Like, when it loads it up, or something. Should use my Evo. I find them better drifting with that. So certain cars are better for certain races too. See, this track's not the best. Oh yeah, my bad driving. I should have had a better drift there. But this game is like really good, honestly. I find this game's a lot like Carbon, but just better. Anyways, I ended up getting Carbon for PS3 because I was like hearing about how much a big deal it was when it first came out. Ain't my bad driving. But I heard about like how much of a big deal it was when it first came out. So I checked it out, and yeah, I find the games are like not exactly identical, but they are both like really similar in a way because of how your character doesn't talk, which I wish that you could, like, that your guy could talk. It would make it a little bit more interesting, the storyline, but it is fairly still interesting as it is. Oh, me and my bad driving. See, I set so many bad examples. Alright, well, it's like the end of the race. Did not win that. I set so many bad examples. I say it's like really easy, and I go to do it, and then I like do really bad. But I guess I am still getting used to this game. But yeah, I definitely recommend it though, hands down. Best racing game I've probably played. I wish I was able to see Forza Horizon. Too bad they don't have it for like PlayStation. That would be really cool. Okay, cop right there. But I would get it because I want to see the comparison. Holy crap, am I bad? Because I want to see the comparison. Thank God there's no timer. But I want to see the comparison of like the games, like how much better is Forza compared to Need for Speed, or the other way around. Because I heard Forza is like unreal, but from what I've seen from this is pretty unreal. So I don't know. So it's hard to kind of judge of what's better, or even say like consoles. Like there's been so many like arguments. Like if you ever talk to somebody that has like Xbox, they're gonna argue with you and say that it's better. But it's honestly like, I find on PS3 and Xbox 360 it was kind of different, because Xbox 360 was more about, hey, buy this like gold frickin', what do you call it? I don't even know what it is because I've never had an Xbox, but, and I guess you don't have to pay, is what I've heard, but they make it so paying is a little bit more needed, and that's what I didn't like what they did with here with Next Gen, how they made it so you have to pay to be able to play online. Because I find that's really a pain. Like, why do we have to pay when we're already paying for, say, like a $500 console? I guess in the end it's kind of better, but I can get some good drifts in there. Me and my bad drifts, holy crap. Me and my bad examples. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave event, I'll get my Evo. Evo's a lot better. But, yeah. I don't like how PlayStation makes us buy a PlayStation Plus card. At least it's not, like, too expensive in a way. Like, $50, like, once you spend it, you're like, that is kind of a lot. But, like, once you get it, you're like, this is definitely worth it. But, yeah, I kind of wish you didn't have to pay. That'd be kind of cool. But like seeing the difference between consoles, like even when I go back to my PS3, PS4 is just like the next level. Like even for this game in general, like they don't have it on PS3. And the Need for Speed games on PS3 are like not that great. Like you don't have a free roam game where you can drive around with your buddies, you know, and be able to customize a car to like this extent. Actually, like not really much customization at all, which is pretty sad. So you can tell this car drifts a lot better. But yeah, like the games are just comparing to like next gen are pretty sad. Like also I don't think they should be able to sell games, say for PS3, because with NBA, as you know, if you any of you watch, that um, as I've said in like previous videos, I have it for PS3, and when I ended up buying it, I bought it for $60. I pre-ordered it, thinking that I wasn't gonna have next gen at the time. Um, so then I bought it for $60, but then got next gen, bought it for the same price, and I don't like how they can do that. How they can sell it for the same price, yet it's not as good of a game, like at all. Like I think they should be able, like they should have to necessarily make it cheaper because it's not the same game, or they don't really add anything. Like on last gen, they didn't. I found it was the same game every year, which was really irritating. I find that's a lot of games. Um, like well, just mainly sports games. I find they do that a lot. They just update the roster, like, and basically put out the same game every year. Oh, I thought I was gonna hit that car. Surprised I didn't. But yeah, they put out the same game every year, and I don't think they should be able to sell it at that price. Like, I could see next gen here, they like selling this for like $80. I can see that because like this game's definitely worth it, hands down. Like, or NBA, like that at one point was $80. Like it's definitely worth it. But yeah. See, I miss turns when I'm talking. I don't pay attention. I just kind of drive. Ride or die, you know? I don't know though. I don't think they should be able to charge that much. Or even here in a way, on next gen. I don't know if they should be able to charge $80. Like I think it should still be the whole $60 thing, because like $60 is a lot of money these days. Like, because if I'm gonna buy multiple games, each game's like $60 until I guess like a year or two after. Then they put it down in price, but they don't even, not a whole lot in a way, because most games stay at like $30. Like comparing to 60, I guess that's difference. I like a pretty big difference, but like I don't know. I don't think they should be able to make you pay $80 for a game. And say like when the Crew came out, like I bet that would have been really a pain, because people would have got it thinking it's like a really amazing game, probably pre-ordered it, probably got it for $80, and then they realize you need Wild Run to be able to play with like Crew. So you can still play with online people, but who's gonna want to play with some rando that you honestly don't even want to know? Like, I don't know anybody that would really want to do that. Sometimes, depending on what type of game, maybe. But on that type of game, no, not really. So I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to pay $80 plus another 20 to be able to play with friends. Comparing to buying this game for $80 and you get a lot more car customization. And then just having more fun. I find this game, like, I got really frustrated with the Crew. It was kind of like dumb. It wasn't like completely based around racing. And when I buy a racing game, I want it to be about like street racing, because that's kind of like the best thing. Instead of like a track race game, which is like really boring. It gets really boring fast. Sure, it's fun for the time that you play it, for like the hour or two that you probably put into it, but this game I could put honestly 20 hours and not be bored. Not even just 20 hours though, but I'm saying like if I played this at like an everyday level for like 20 hours, I would still love it as much as I did on hour 1. So I told you this car is better. I'm talking too, and I'm still doing a lot better. That bad jump. Oh, Oh, that would have been sweet if I would have been able to make that. I'm not even gonna take that jump. I'm really, like, I don't, in this game, I don't like the jumps. No lie, but, like, I know they had it in other Need for Speed games, but, like, it wasn't really needed. This game is phenomenal, though, hands down. Best racing game I've played. Even, like, surpassing, I would say, some of the older games. Like, say, Carbon. I like this better than Carbon, hands down. One thing I wish they did add, though, which would be really awesome in a future update or something, is if they added neon on their cars. I think that'd be really awesome. I'd have a lot of fun with that. It'd make customization just a little bit more, more extravagant, so.
Dude, are you gonna join us? Get that butt over here ASAP. Do it now.
So many calls.
Bye.
I don't even know what's going on. That's one thing. Also, I like about this game, but I don't at the same time. Like, look at how many, like, missions I gotta do. But, like, honestly, they call you up if you don't do it. So say if I go to head to a spike mission, I'll have everyone else calling me up, except Outlaw, 'cause they don't call you. Calling me up saying, like, where are you? Like, get to this race. Like, come on. So it gets, like, really irritating to have to answer their calls. I guess you don't have to in a way, but I don't know. I wish they didn't call you, like, every 5 minutes. Or if you're just customizing, they do it. Which is kind of irritating. But, yeah. Look at it. I'm already at 70,000. Like, that's pretty good. Like, honestly, I could buy, the Dodge Challenger back if I really wanted to. Or, I could even get, what other car was I saying I was gonna get? This cop's just stunned. What is he doing? What are you doing, buddy? Hey, buddy. I don't know. I didn't know where I was even turning. That was pretty bad. That was pretty sad. Pretty sad, pretty bad. It's getting kind of mad. I don't know. I was gonna say something about this game. Can't remember what though. I have no clue. This game has so much content though. Well, I finally hit 2 million rep, dude. That's sweet. Actually pretty awesome. And getting rep, like, is, like, honestly the easiest thing. I don't know what it's really used for though. Maybe to unlock stuff? I don't know. I haven't really seen what it's mainly for. Yeah. Huh. What races I gotta do? Oh, it's a hard one. I could do a hard one, though. Not that one. What about this? Is this another drift one? Let's do it. Honestly, though, like, I wouldn't give up this game for right now, at least at this point in time, for any other game. Like, if you were to say, do I want, say, Battlefront? Okay, what is this guy doing? Are you stunned? Oh, now he comes on me. Okay. Okay. But if you were to say, or to ask me, if I wanted any other game, like right now, honestly, not even like a game that's not really out yet. So like, say The Division, I would pick this over The Division any day. I mean, I guess it depends on your likes. Like, honestly, I love racing. Like, I've always, like, kind of, like, dreamed of making a build car and then just getting a buddy and, you know, just having a race, you know? Like, who hasn't wanted that? That was kind of annoying. I barely tapped the side. But, like, honestly, it's been a dream. Like, to make this car in real life would be honestly the best thing ever. I'd be so proud. Like, that's what I want to feel when I'm playing a game. Like, I want to feel as though I, like, have, like, be able to dream, like, build a dream car. Like, sure, in other games, you can have, like, a Lamborghini or something. Oh, dude, that guy just ran. Lamborghini. Living in Hollywood Hills. Sure, I could be doing that. But, like, you know, we're not all the guy that's, like, trying to promote his freaking business. How he lives in Hollywood Hills, you know? So sometimes you just want to build a dream car. And that's what we got going here in Need for Speed. And it's just, like, honestly, best thing. Like, I would pick a Lamborghini, or I'd pick this car over a Lamborghini any day. Like, it doesn't matter even what Lamborghini you'd be offering me. I'd pick this car. Well, I guess in a way, if I could sell this, if I sold the Lamborghini, there's different ways, I guess. I'd take the Lamborghini over this, but if I could sell the Lamborghini, then be able to get multiple cars out of it, then maybe in that like light of it, then I would. If I was thinking that way, but if I just want, like, if you're offering me either car, I would probably pick this one. I'm not saying this is like my favorite car out of like all the cars that I can get in this game, but like, I would rather build a dream car than someone give me a car that I've never really, I guess, had a dream about. Like a Lamborghini. Like, thinking about it, like, that was a kind of like a dream car you would dream as more as a kid. Because you, like, I know as a kid, I would dream about a Dodge Viper or something. I used to have, like, posters and stuff, you know? They always had, like, those posters, and you'd be like, oh, that's kind of a cool car, I suppose. But then you get older, and you're like, that car sucks, dude. And, of course, there's new cars that come out, like, all the time, so you, like, fall in love with a more, like, better car. Also, like, you start to think a little bit more realistic. Like, like, you're not gonna, like, just go to college or something and then have, like, an amazing job and be able to, like, buy a Lamborghini just like that. Maybe, like, even if you saved up, like, that'd be a lot of money. Like, more realistically, like, buying this would actually happen. Like, could actually happen. So I guess in that way, too, would be why I'd pick this car. It's more realistic that it could actually happen. In a way. Plus, I don't know, driving a Lamborghini that's like that fast, I don't know how that'd work out. Like, you'd honestly, like, just tap the gas, and you'd just be, like, hauling ass. Which would be crazy. Like, I wouldn't like that. Oh, what? Oh, is this a drift thing? Oh, it is. I forgot. Damn. I wasn't paying attention. See what happens when I'm not paying attention? Okay. Me and my bad driving. Oh, this would have been a good corner to get a good drift in. Guess I still kind of can, but... Need a bit of a beat on in here. Trying to get some good drifts in here before the end. I love, like, what they've did with this game. They surpassed everything they've made and more, in my opinion. Cause, like, I'd say, I think their, like, newest game besides this game, I think, was Rivals. And that game was kind of fun, but you couldn't customize. You could paint your car and stuff, but that was it. Like, you couldn't add a spoiler. You couldn't get, like, a really, really highly designed paint or anything. It was just, like, basic. It was way too basic. So like this game is just went over the top. And I know I keep saying that this game's so phenomenal, but like when I say it, I really mean it. Like I honestly should have bought this game over the Crew in the first place. Now I don't even play the Crew because seeing how phenomenal this game is, you don't even want to touch it. You're like, wow. Like, why'd I even buy that? This game sucks. And I hope in the future, like say when they make the next Need for Speed, I hope they even surpass this. I hope they add stuff like neon lights in. And I hope they add like some more customization. They add some more cars, you know? I hope they just take it over the top. Even in the next one. But like even right now, like they've raised the bar of racing for like other racing game companies. Like the makers of Forza Horizon. Like Forza's gonna have to take it over the top too. Because now it's gonna like persuade people to buy this, and less people will be buying Forza. So I don't know. I think honestly, it's just gonna racing can only get better from here, even like in racing games. Like to be honest, because I can't see them going like big on this one and then just going like really light on the next one. If they did, that'd make them look kind of bad. Because it's like, well, why don't you do what you did in the last one? Like, honestly, with Carbon, they made such a phenomenal game when it was first out, and I was like, honestly, everybody loved that game. It was the best game. But then or even Underground. Underground was phenomenal, too. But, oh, that was a smart cop. But then it came down to, like, when they started making the newer games, say, like, Rivals or, Hot Pursuit. They made it based around track games. Like you can't just drive around freely. Which honestly, when I think of racing, that's what I want. I want a free roam game. Like for the longest time, that's why I played like GTA, because you want to be able to drive around in a free roam environment, be able to customize cars, like. And this game honestly took that over the top. Like I'd rather play this than GTA. Like GTA, that's like a thing in the past, I guess now, because honestly it got overplayed. I definitely overplayed it, and now I really can't, I can't say that I can't stand the game. Like from time to time I'll go back to it, but now it's like, now that I actually have a good like racing game, it makes me want to just play this, or it makes me just want to play like game, yeah, like say like this or Carbon or any free roam sort of game. Like I guess until this came out, it really was pretty low on what to play for racing. Because Carbon, like, although it was a great game, nobody's gonna go back to a game that was made such a long time ago and just constantly play that. Because there's always something new and there's something better that someone wants. Like, no matter, even if it's stupid, like, no lie. Like, if you think of a lot of how hoverboards are, like, now a thing. A bunch of people bought it, like, wanted it. So, and as soon as, like, some people wanted it, more people started getting it. No matter how stupid it is. Like, I think hoverboards are stupid. Because it's like, they don't even go that fast. Just drive a bike somewhere, or mainly people use it inside the house. So it's like, why? You just spent like a lot of money on something you probably barely use, to be honest. That will probably just sit around. And if you do use it, you can only use it for like a certain amount of time because it's got a charge, right? So I don't know. It's just, I find if people, like, if they make another good game, like, from this game, I think a lot of people will buy the next Need for Speed game because of how good this one was, in my opinion. Some people said they didn't like it. That's what I found was really weird. That's why I didn't buy it at first. Because a lot of people if you go and search up Need for Speed reviews, like IGN and them, they say that it's bad acting and like by the characters, but honestly, it's not really. I find the only problem with the acting is your guy doesn't talk. That's my only real problem with it, more than anything. Because they really keep it pretty real. So like, they try to keep the feeling of like street racing to a good, like, real feeling, which is really awesome and I love. Yeah, it's kind of like Carbon, but Carbon kind of like, I don't know, it had a weird storyline to it. This one is it's about racing. It's not about like, because I remember in Carbon it was like you stole, like everybody thought you stole his money, but you didn't even steal it. So then you have to like try to prove yourself, and you take on like different rival gangs or something, and then try to like take over that territory. And then you had to like, sometimes they'd challenge you and try to take your territory or take their territory back or something, you know? But this game, it's more just basic, which is better. Sometimes basic is better. But it depends on what is being like judged on. Like say Rivals, they went too basic. Like there's a point in basic. Like this is pretty basic, but this basic's really good on like the car customization. Like, but seeing what they did with this game, it makes you question why weren't they doing this in the first place? Like making a game to this level. Like if they're so capable of doing it, even like after Carbon, it made everybody like kind of question like why they weren't doing it again. Because honestly, it was like probably their most successful game. Besides maybe Underground. Underground was pretty popular. And yeah, so it just made everybody kind of question why they weren't doing that again. So everybody was thinking they were going to come out with like an Underground 3 or something eventually. But I think this was better than, say, having an Underground 3 or anything like that. Like, I honestly, this could be Underground in a way. Like, if you added neon lights, I would say this is like Underground. Like, this is as customizable as Underground or Carbon. If you could have neon lights, which would be sweet. But it's not a big deal. Like when I go to play this game, seeing that there's not neon lights, like it's not gonna make me not buy the game. Like I have more like, I can't say more fun without neon lights. Neon lights are sweet, but I don't know. It would be sweet, but it wouldn't make it so I don't get it. Is I guess what I'm saying. Like the gameplay. Like, I'm even having fun right now, just driving around. Like, honestly, just drifting corners, like, so much fun. And honestly, if you get, say, like, even if it's just one person, one buddy with you, and you just, like, go around driving around, like, that's what you do in GTA, right? So, and you can't drift in GTA. You can't do a lot of stuff that you would want to do in this game. Which, like, is honestly a downer about, like, GTA. And so many people, like, honestly, it's such a thing in the past. GTA, or even a lot of games. Like, a lot of games that were popular, like, only a few months ago are, like, honestly a thing in the past. Because, like, I've been hearing a lot about The Division. Even Battlefront, really, that just came out, like, what, like, a month or two ago or something? Like, not even that long ago. And that's, like, already a thing in the past. Like, because the Star Wars movie's already, like, out, and everybody's already watched it. Like, it was a big thing because of the movie, I found. But now that everybody's really seen it, and it's like, okay, whatever, the hype's done about it. And I find that's what happens with a lot of games. And, it didn't happen with this game for some reason. Because like going on YouTube, I want to be able to find the best racing game. I want to find the best game for me. But I couldn't find that at all. Like, clearly, because I choose The Crew, which I don't play because I don't like anymore, over this game, which I play pretty frequently compared to, like, I'd say the only 2 games I really play out of, I think, 6 or 7 games I have so far on PS4, I only play this and NBA. Only 2 games I really play. The other games, more if I say I was bored of this, but right now, honestly, between the 2 games, those 2 games, I'm not getting bored. Like, I can find so much to do, even if I'm alone. Like, say right now, I don't have my buddies on, so say, even just alone, like, I'm having such a great time with it. Like, before, it used to be to the point where it couldn't play and not, like, without buddies and not, like, I couldn't have fun with it if my friends were not. But like, with this game, like, or I find NBA you kind of do need buddies on. That's why I come to this game, like, if my buddies aren't on. Because even without my buddies, I have such a phenomenal time. Like, honestly, like, I can't stress out enough how great this game really is. And, like, I don't really have many complaints, really, about this game. There's, like, the only, like, main problems I found, and I heard a few other people talk about it, when I just look up videos, you know, at seeing, like, cars, like, how cool you can make your cars and stuff. Before I had the game, though, not, like, now, because it's like, why would I need to search anything up? I could just play the game and have fun with it, instead of having to look up and debate if I'm gonna get it. But before, people were saying, like that they didn't like it because acting. I find the only things that they could really complain about, which aren't a massive deal, was the acting. Apparently, which the acting's not that bad. Like, they make it kind of funny, and more of like a street racing feel to it. Like, I don't know. And they did so much, like, they put so much money into, like, the game itself, into, like, the customization and making it better than Carbon, or better than, like, any of the underground, like, any of the, like, 2 undergrounds. Like, personally, I don't care about the acting because of how great they made the game. So I don't find that's a big deal. That was, like, one of the complaints. And the other complaint was, I talked about it earlier, was the rubber banding effect in races. That is the only problem I find. Is when you're up against a computer, you'll race them in, okay, say I'll do an easy race. Those are, like, completely simple, but whatever. But, like, and I race them in this car. I completely demo them, right? But, as you get on, like, say hard mission, they're using the same car, and I'm using the same car, but yet it has this, like, rubber band effect to where if I'm going really fast, they're going really fast too. So it keeps, in a way, it's kind of good because it keeps the race more intense, and that's what you kind of want, not where you're just always completely kicking the computer's ass. Because I find it makes it, like, kind of boring if you're just always kicking the computer's ass. Then you're like, you just beat the game and you're like, oh, whatever, right? But with the rubber band effect, you don't always win. Like, that's what you'll see. Like, sometimes when I'm racing, I'm not the best racer still yet, but well, I won't ever be the best racer, but, like, a good racer. But, like, I lose races, like, all the time. But it doesn't mean I'm gonna like quit the game because of it. Like they don't always win. Like sometimes you will kick their ass, but not all the time, which is a problem. Like in a way, like if you have a better car than someone, you should be able to kick their ass. That's a problem, but I like how they keep it still intense in a race. But sometimes, I guess, in another perspective, it gets kind of frustrating because, like, if you do lose and you, like, say you wipe out slightly, then the other person takes the lead and say wins, and you're nearing the end of the race, that gets really annoying. Like, it doesn't give you an opportunity to, like, get back and try to win. So I find that part of it is really annoying. But I don't see it as a huge problem. Honestly, like, you don't even really notice it until you're actually, like, really, like, paying attention to it. That's one thing with game reviewers of a game. They are there to either... I find a lot of them don't love a game. Like, there's not a review that you can watch where someone really loves a game. Hands down, like there'll be like a very few amount where they'll say IGN will rate it out of 10. Not a lot are in like the 9s and 10s. A lot of them are in like the 7s or even lower on a game because they just try to find what's wrong with the game. Because that's what they're paid to do, I guess, in a way. But in a way they should. That's why I didn't get this game. Because people like that show people what's wrong with the game and they make it look bad. But yet, I get the game and I haven't had a better game. So, in ways, they should just try to show people like an honest opinion of like how they felt playing the game. That's another problem too. I find a lot of people who review it haven't played it for long enough. They play it for like a few hours and they're like, oh, this game's either really bad or like really good, but you haven't played it for long enough. Because they're getting paid for it in a way. And I'd probably do that too if I were them, like getting paid to put out a video. And the more videos you put out, you're gonna get paid a lot more. But I get really serious and just try to put out videos just for the sake of making money. Like, honestly, I think it'd be more fun being honest with people, and because like you never know. Say like with this game, I didn't know I was gonna have a good time with it until I really got it, until a friend of mine told me that it was a good game because he had it. The guy I was talking about earlier that helped me out in a few races earlier on to help me out to get better cards, which then got me the Supra. Yeah. And like until you actually play it, I find you won't know. So some of you, I guess, maybe wouldn't like this. Maybe. Not saying you won't, because this game is really fun. Like, I have fun with it, and I know I won't stop playing it. Like, this will take me a really long... Like, I'll have to succeed in legitimately everything for me not to play this game anymore. To, like, keep me away from it. But, yeah. I don't know. I think a lot of you, whoever ends up watching this, or if many people... or even if many people watch, I think you'll like this game, in my opinion. But, yeah. So, I guess this has been my little commentary on the crew. Not the crew. See? I got the crew in my head now. I was thinking. But talking about comparing the games, I got the crew in my head. Now, I keep messing them up. Sometimes I'll be talking about the crew, and I call it Need for Speed. And I just keep doing that, like, back and forth. But yeah, so I guess this has been my little review, my honest review, on what I think about the game and why I think you should get the game. Because if you like racing, you're gonna like this game. If you're more of a track person, go buy Rivals, go buy any other game. But if you are more about the street racing, like I am, you will love this game. I'm not a promoter of any game. I necessarily don't get paid to promote games, but yeah, you'll have fun with it if you buy it. So I suggest you do, and maybe we could play sometime, you know? Be able to play with the crew, and have a little bit of fun. And if not, you'll have fun by yourself or with your other crew. So this has been Need for Speed. I'll see you next time.